They're ready. And they're off. Away. His Majesty was just a little bit slow towards the stand side. Going forward is Valiant Force, with also now preceded by Thunder Blue towards the far side, chased over there by American Rascal and Elite Status on that far side with Devious, and they're also tracked by Malk back in the field over on that far side with Reveille also in the firing line. More towards the right hand side, the stand side, Shayak is showing speed with Mon the Sleeve, and then behind these on the stand side, No Name Mets is being driven along by Frankie Dettori, Toca Madeira, as they race on inside the final 2 furlongs, and doing well on this side also is the Fixer, racing now to the final furlong. Far side, it's Valiant Force that leads to Elite Status, chased by Malk. On the stand side coming through is His Majesty now as they race up towards the line. Valiant Force perhaps doing best far side, chased by Malk and Elite Status. It's Valiant Force that wins the Norfolk from Malk in second, Elite Status far side, His Majesty down the near side. Now they're off. Away they go for this King George V handicap, and Land Legend wasn't particularly well away. Sisyphus Strength quickly into stride, and the noseband on the outside. Going forward, Mr. Mistopheles with Wonder Legend and Struth in yellow sleeves, and up to the inside is Perfuse in the pink cap running down the hill. Out wide then is Davideo in the silver silks with the claret cap. They're chased by Tagabawa and also by Burglar, Valiant King in a claret jacket. Cracovia pushed along on the inside. Double March is further back in the field from Inquiring Minds and Graceful Storm. Bertinelli in the purple jacket towards the rear, with also Desert Hero on his heels, followed by Cloudbreaker, Liber Power, Duke of Oxford, and Land Legend slow to stride is last as Davideo takes up the running going into Swinley Bottom. Davideo and Ross Orion seeking a double on this third day at Royal Ascot, leads by a length and a half to Sisyphus Strength and Mr. Mistopheles, tracked by Wonder Legend on the outside of Struth back in 5th place, yellow sleeves on the inside. Then Perfuse in the pink cap from Tagabauer, and the pace is well and truly on as they make the climb back towards home. Back in the field then is Burglar, behind Burglar then is Double March, further back in the field Graceful Storm, the greys towards the inside, but it's Davideo that leads the way as they head now towards the final half mile, and Davideo, Mr. Mistopheles, Wonder Legend is stalking them on the outside. Back on the inside then to Sisyphus Strength, Perfuse still going well, Struth angling a little off the fence, followed by Cracovia, then Burglar just behind Tagabauer. Back in the field to Valiant King, and then under a little bit of pressure Bertinelli, Graceful Storm, Desert Hero, Inquiring Minds, making some ground round the outside is Cloudbreaker. Inside the final 3 furlongs, Duke of Oxford and Land Legend at the rear of the field. A very open looking race, but Wonder Legend has come through to lead and is committed by Dan Muscat, but Perfuse is quick to challenge, and so too Tagabawa, and then Burglar's running on with Bertinelli, and on the outside Cloudbreaker. Perfuse now leads. Perfuse from Tagabawa, Valiant King in behind is staying on well. Down the near side Cloudbreaker, also Bertinelli in the purple cap, and Desert Hero coming through in the royal colours. They race up towards the line. Desert Hero squeezing through between Valiant King and Bertinelli. It's going to be close. Desert Hero for the King on the near side of Valiant King.
Set to go, and they're off. Racing away, the journey is 1.5 miles here for these fillies for the Group 2 Ribblesdale Stakes, and through the opening furlong, Midnight Mile is one of the first ones to show, together with Ferrari Queen, and Lumiere Rock is run up there in the yellow. From that very wide posting, Sea of Roses is also quite prominent and racing quite keenly. Right in behind her is Warm Heart, then Climate Friendly and Village Voice. Alasifa is settled back towards the midfield with Crown Princess in the light blue jacket just in front of her. Then Perfect Prophet and Maman June. Deep on the circuit then is Red Riding Hood in the purple and white colours. LeMay more towards the inside of Gara in that white jacket. Further behind is Understated, and Russia De Leo and red and white silks is the back marker. It is Ferrari Queen, the grey, that leads narrowly as they head around Swilly Bottom shortly by 3 parts of a length over Warm Heart, who's racing in second. Sea of Roses remains prominent there towards the outside. Midnight Mile continues to to track them in 4th position. They're followed around the corner by Climate Friendly and Lumiere Rock. Next is Crown Princess, followed to the inside by Blue Stocking. LeMay isn't far behind her. Then Perfect Profit. Alasifa trying to make a little bit of ground together with Village Voice as they now travel towards the final 5 furlongs. Understated is still towards the back of the field with Gara. Also right up the back is Red Riding Hood and Maman June, and still last of all is Rocha de Leo. They're closing in on the final half a mile of the Ribblesdale, and it's Sea of Roses who now puts it up to Ferrari Queen. A length and a half in behind, that is Warm Heart in the dark blue. Then Climate Friendly wider out from Lumiere Rock and Midnight Mile. Then Blue Stocking, followed then by the light blue of Crown Princess, and they're on the turn back towards home, approaching the final 3 furlongs. Sea of Roses under Oshie Murphy will lead them in from the dark blue of Warm Heart in second. Then Climate Friendly, Crown Princess trying to build up her effort. Here comes Alasifa out wide in the blue and white now. They're racing inside the final quarter mile. Warm Heart now just goes on from Sea of Roses and Crown Princess. Alasifa's now shaken up towards the outside, racing inside the final furlong and a half, and it's Warm Heart who leads the way under Ryan Moore from Crown Princess. Running up then is Lumiere Rock and then Sea of Roses. Alasifa is beaten as they go inside the final half a furlong. It's Warm Heart who's strong to the finish, and Warm Heart will win. Warm Heart has won the Ribblesdale from Lumiere Rock. Crown Princess and Blue Stocking tight there 3rd and 4th. Set, and they're off for the Gold Cup. 2.5 miles, and through the very early stages, Subjectivist in the bright green jacket is one of the first ones to show, together with Emily Dickinson in the dark blue. And over toward the running rail, that is Lone Eagle, who also has a prominent role early. They're being followed through by Broom towards the outside in the grey and white check. The dark blue sleeves and cap with the noseband is Cold Train. Against the running rail in the red is Wise Eagle. Then the nose-banded head of Nate the Great. To his inside is the mare Echoes in Rain. Another length away to Eldar Eldarov in the yellow and black stripes. Courage Mon Ami is towards the inside of Eldar Eldarov. Second to last is Big Call, and sitting chilly at the back of the field is Jabir, fully 10 to 12 lengths behind the leader. And that leader is the winner from 2 years ago, Subjectivist, who shows the way up the home straight the first time and leads by a length and a half to Lone Eagle, who's racing in second. Then Emily Dickinson back in third, Broom is in 4th, Wise Eagle next to the inside of Cold Train. Echoes in Rain, the green and red silks, together with Nate the Great, the orange cap. Courage Mon Ami is racing alongside Eldar Eldarov. Big Call is second to last, and Yabir is the back marker. And they have a circuit to go in the Gold Cup. They're being led by Subjectivist. He leads by 2 lengths to Lone Eagle racing in second. They've developed a bit of a gap on the others now, probably about 4 lengths in to Emily Dickinson, who's racing back in third. Broom is in 4th as they begin to head down the side of the course. Wise Eagle is behind Broom and racing back in 5th place. Cold Train is next. Behind Cold Train is Echoes in Rain. Then Nate the Great and Eldar Eldarov, followed by Courage Mon Ami. Big Call is second to last, and Yabir is still the back marker. Inside the final 1 and 3 furlongs, and it's Subjectivist. He goes along out in front. He leads by the best part of 2.5 lengths to Lone Eagle, who's racing in second. Emily Dickinson, she's back in third. Then came Broom in 4th from Wise Eagle, only a half a length away to Cold Train. Behind Cold Train to the inside, Echoes in Rain. Then Nate the Great and Courage Mon Ami from Eldar Eldarov, and Big Call is still second to last. Yabir is the back marker. Right over on the far side of the track, they're about to go inside the final 9 furlongs, and it's Subjectivist who still gallops along out in front. He leads the way from Lone Eagle in second. Emily Dickinson in a share for third with stable companion Broom. Then came Wise Eagle racing to the inside of Cold Train. Those are the next 2. Echoes in Rain still pitched up against the inside running rail in front of Nate the Great, Courage Mon Ami and Eldar Eldarov. Big Call still at the back there with Yabir as they now begin to head towards the final 3 parts of a mile. And as they do so, it is Subjectivist who still has the front running roll in front by a good 2.5 1.5 lengths at this stage to Lone Eagle in second. Emily Dickinson is back in third. Then a further 1 length away to Broom in fourth. Wise Eagle is handily positioned in fifth. Behind Wise Eagle then is Coltrane. Behind Coltrane is Courage Mon Ami. And then came Nate the Great, and Eldar Eldarov is trying to make some ground now. Echoes in Rain towards the inside of him, and then Courage Mon Ami, big call, and no move yet from Yabir. The field begin to stack up as they make their way inside the final half a mile. Subjectivist with Lone Eagle very much on his quarters now to the outside. Pushed along in third is Emily Dickinson. Coltrane is in fourth now. Nate the Great's under pressure. Wise Eagle is losing ground, and they're about to turn towards home, and it's Lone Eagle who's come through to pick it up under Rossa Ryan. Subjectivist now under pressure. Coltrane with a noseband, every chance, and Emily Dickinson echoes in Rain in the green, trying to get going. Courage Mon Ami is also staying on, looking to angle between rivals as Coltrane has now gone on from Lone Eagle. Here comes Frankie on Courage Mon Ami though, building up a big looking effort. They go inside the last now. Courage Mon Ami draws on turns with Coltrane. Courage Mon Ami and Coltrane will battle out the Gold Cup. Coltrane coming back for more on the inside. Courage Mon Ami though, under Frankie, just proving the stronger on the run for the line. And Courage Mon Ami under Frankie has won the Gold Cup. From Coltrane, then Subjectivist and Emily Dickinson, clear from Nate the Great. Then Yabir echoes in Rain and Eldar Eldarov. Ready, and they're off. Racing away for the Britannia over the straight mile. Breaking out well over on the far side there was Naxos from stall 7, showing speed early on is Forsyth Timao in the violet silks, and Finn's Charm is well positioned as well towards the near side. Starnberg is also prominent near side group, as down the centre of the course it's Forsyth Timao who's just about out in front. Being pressed though all the time by Saxon King and Thunderball, and with those Naxos right in behind the speed then is Karachi. Starnberg more towards the near side. Finn's Charm is still prominent on that near side group with Ramazan. Just an Hour is struggling over on the far side group currently, and they're about to race up towards halfway. Thunderball, Forsyth Timao the far side. Starnberg and Finn's Charm and Racing Breaks Rider and Fort Vega are on the near side group. They're then followed by Urban Sprawl over on the far side together with Physique, and then came Naxos. Behind Naxos then looking to creep up into it over toward that far side is Better Days Are Coming as they race now towards the final 3 furlongs. Thunderball, Forsyth Timao over on that far side group. From Urban Sprawl, Quantum Impact is making ground. Then Starberg, Ramazan trying to come into it more towards the near side. They're heading down towards the final quarter mile, and as they do so, Thunderball is together with Quantum Impact down the centre. Then Ramazan, Mustajab is getting going as well, trying to come into it. Physique as they race to the final furlong. New Endeavour's also burst through now far side. New Endeavour over on the far side just about leads overall. Near side Docklands hit the front from Ramazan. Bless is battling on as well. It's the far side New Endeavour who shows out in front. Near side is Docklands. They're wide apart. New Endeavour and Docklands, they head towards the line. It's Docklands near side, New Endeavour far side. It's tight between, and then Urban Sprawl and Thunderball.
And away they go. Bolster just went a little bit right-handed and gave Waipiro a small knock leaving the stalls. Going forward, Brave Emperor towards the inside, also up the rail is Epictetus. Wider out Bolster, moving into a forward position now in the red cap. Out wide Oviedo, followed by Captain Winters and Canberra Legend close up. Then Exoplanet, yellow, black spots, white cap towards the outside of Drumroll in the dark blue colours. Tony Montana against the fence. Dear My Friend in an orange cap is a little worse than midfield from Waipiro. Torito held up with Killybeg's Warrior, Bold Act, and then Carnarvon, and at the rear of the field Dancing Magic. Swinging out of Swinley Bottom, and it's Brave Emperor who takes them along a touch keenly by a couple of lengths to Oviedo in second. Bolster up on the outside of Epictetus. They are third and fourth as they race now towards the final 5 furlongs. Behind these then Captain Winters with Exoplanet, and then Torito just towards the second half of the field. Still Canberra Legends just inside Torito, and then on the inside is Tony Montana. Bold Act remains one of those towards the bit rear with Waipiro. Drum Rolls in the centre, dark blue jacket Ryan Moore. Right out the back Dancing Magic with Killybeg's Warrior. Into the long right-hander Brave Emperor out in front from Oviedo, and they've got a couple of lengths on Bolster who's going to turn in third place, Epictetus, and then Captain Winters, followed then by Canberra Legend being asked for more now. After these, Exoplanet on the outside, Torito trying for a run, but caught out very wide in the green cap. Back on the inside to Tony Montana down the home run. Oviedo took over. Here's Frankie on Epictetus coming through with Brave Emperor, and Oviedo is swerving left-handed into Bolster there. Out wide Exoplanet, and then Canberra Legend trying to come through as well. A very open-looking race, and Waipiro has come through as well, and it's Waipiro that now leads. The Derby 6 leads the way and has kicked away from Exoplanet, and Drumroll stays on, but it's Waipiro for Hampton Court Stakes glory. Tight for second, Exoplanet probably in amongst them then. Torito got a knock, Bold Act, and they're off. Away they go, and Tylos broke out fairly well away towards the far side. Great Max has a bit of a lead over there from Redana towards the left-hand side, the far side group. In the firing line, Two Kingdom Come from Biggles and Lear Special. More towards the centre, Warrior Brave in a red jacket. They are tracked by Montasib and Northern Express and Ropey Guess, followed then by Baradar and Accidental Agent. More towards the right-hand side, on the stand side, we've got Tylos still prominent with Percy's Lad, and then the Gatekeeper and Ross Collin. Croupier in a red sleeve jacket is just tracking these from Vaffatino, and then behind those is Spangled Mac and Spanish Star, Bo Pedro, Unforgotten and Witch Hunter at the back of that group as they race on down towards the final 3 furlongs. On the extreme right, Gorek is right to the fore, chased by Documenting, and so we've got 3 groups now. On the stand side, Gorek coming through with a bit of a run is Spirit of Light, Rhythm Master. Then behind those is Totally Charming, Documenting, and wider out is Toi My Son. Towards the centre, Croupier coming through in the red sleeves from Percy's Lad, then Spanish Star, Witch Hunter. Far side, Great Max still doing well, Northern Express in a noseband. Croupier, Northern Express, and then on the near side finishing well is Witch Hunter, and it's Witch Hunter that's getting up from Croupier and Northern Express. Witch Hunter wins the Buckingham Palace from Croupier. Northern Express back in third. Fourth, possibly Spangled Mac, though Bo Pedro was doing well as well.